might turn to a million, then we all rich. That's just how I feel.
You hear me?
Yeah, when was the last time we recorded? Like 4 weeks ago?
It's been a fucking minute, no lie. Since we recorded, it's been.
I'm shredded now. I've lost like 20 pounds.
You are not shredded.
Everybody over there looked shredded yesterday.
No, everybody did. Everybody looked buff. That man, Ed looked buff. Edgar looked kind of swole. I haven't seen Edgar like that in a minute. He looked kind of swole. Even you know who also looked kind of buff? Alex.
Yeah, I asked him.
Like, what the hell? I don't even think
you
he
go to
works
the
out.
gym?
I think he does actually.
And he was like, "Nah, bro, I be eating junior. What is that place?
Oh, he said Carl's Jr.
every day.
Yeah,
what the fuck, you lie.
Damn, bro.
And then Carla is like, can't let them know your next move.
Yeah, they all look buff though.
I don't know.
We're not gonna do an intro. We're already rolling anyway. Let's go.
Yeah.
We ended up going to
Rafting.
to a float trip. We went floating yesterday. What was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday was June 3rd. And we got there. The weather was cool. It was nice. We pulled up, and then like midway, halfway through, it started pouring. Like
Raining.
pouring. Like we were on the river. It started pouring.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I
like
feel like
super
after that,
hard.
that's when I don't remember like anything that.
Yeah, we started off good. Good vibes. Everybody was chilling, chopping it up, listening to music, and then Brian ended up getting too faded up. yeah, I'm never taking you again. Ever, but we were having fun, and then it started pouring. I mean, I still had fun though. It was cool. We emptied the rafts that we were in.
Mm-hmm.
We emptied the rafts. We flipped them over, and everybody was carrying them, so the water wasn't hitting us.
That was so dumb.
And then they put the speakers on. Everybody was turning up, bro. It was kind of cool. But no, yeah. Regardless, I had a good time. You know, I hadn't seen a lot of the guys, a lot of the FC guys. Daniel, Jeremy, George, all of them. I hadn't seen them in a minute. It's been a minute. And they were up there. It was cool. It was fun. But unfortunately, the rain kind of, I'm not going to say it ruined it because it didn't. I still had fun. It was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, everything was just so, like, scattered. Everything was just crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy for sure. Hopefully, we'll go on another one.
But what I do remember was I'm going for, like, the phones, and I had slipped because it was pouring, and you couldn't see, like 10 feet ahead of you because of, like, how hard it was raining. And I was running, and I had slipped on, I guess, the rocks because they were also slippery. And I hit my face on the raft, and my teeth went into my lip.
You cut yourself? Yeah, it'd be like that. But welcome back, everybody,
to a new episode of Unbreakable Bonds.
Yeah, we're
episode
back.
6.
I'm your host, Eric, and I'm with Brian,
your co-host.
the co-host. Yeah, we took a little. I'm not gonna say we took a break. We just hadn't been
busy.
We've been busy. Yeah,
bro.
we hadn't had time.
Mm-hmm.
We just been busy. That's it. And I also felt like, to be honest, I feel like those first 5 episodes we were kind of pushing it, like we were kind of forcing it, like in a way, sort of. To me, I feel like it was good because we were trying to make it happen, but we were just like we were stressing about it. Instead of just letting it happen the way it should and like stuff like that, we were stressing. We were like, we gotta record, we gotta edit. So like we got busy and stuff, and I was just like, whatever, we'll just record here soon.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as we do record, and which is like a month later, but we're back.
It's been like 4 weeks, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Something like that. But we're back now. I don't think it's gonna be a long video. We're just so we don't leave you guys hanging. All the guys were asking, "Where's the podcast? Where's the podcast?" And I'm getting a new mic and a new headset. So we just bring somebody on. Because I feel like between 3 people, when we have somebody on, we're gonna be able to chop it up better, you know.
Yeah.
And maybe bring one of the guys on. And yesterday, after we got here from the trip, Carla started a live video on TikTok. and it was her and I think it was Alex and Edgar. They were
Mhm.
chopping it up. They were chopping it up, and then I don't know how it happened. They were talking about like podcasting crap, and Carla's brother ended up pulling up, and, like he was talking to Edgar, and they set it up. It looked like a podcast, bro. That's fire. And they were spitting game, bro. They were talking about his David was talking about his weight loss journey, and no lie, I remember seeing him like a while back. I don't really know him that good, Carla's brother, but I remember seeing him, and he was kind of big, right? And then I seen him in the live that they made yesterday, bro. He was slim, bro. I was like, what the hell?
Damn.
And Edgar looks slim too, though. Edgar, he's been grinding. Shout out my boy Edgar. He's been on the grind.
Yeah, it's crazy because like from everything I remember, he looks so much different. He look like he's just a straight grown man now. Like,
Yeah.
and he looks so much different than what he used to look.
No, he's. I feel like everybody's growing. Everybody's getting older, getting bigger, doing what they need to be doing. For me, I'm about to turn 25.
Damn.
I'm about to turn 25 in what, 2-3 weeks?
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
The 23rd of June, I'm turning 25. And then after that, 5 more years, I'm gonna be 30, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. But I don't know. To be honest, I feel like I'm still young.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm not gonna say I feel like a kid, but I still feel like I still have a lot to learn, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's good. I feel like I have a lot to learn. We're never gonna stop learning.
Yeah, I feel like you never just feel like your age, cause like since I just graduated high school, which is really weird. Like I'm in a point in my life, and especially that same day I kept getting asked, so what do you plan on doing? Damn, like I don't know, like I don't know why you would even ask. Like I'm not sure what I plan on doing, and people will ask me, well, like how old are you? I'm like 19, and they'll be like damn, you're so like old. They're telling me like that I'm old now. I'm like, damn, I don't feel a day over 16 still. I feel like I'm still stuck in my young
days.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to say shout out to Brian. Since the last podcast that we did, he graduated and he turned 19.
Yeah,
That's crazy, bro.
It's been a while since we recorded.
Bro, it's been a month now. Yeah, he graduated May what? It's May
20th.
20th.
Yeah, so like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and his birthday was May 15th.
15. Yeah.
And he turned 18. I mean 19. My bad. He was 18. Turned 19. So congratulations on graduating, bro. Also 19. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like you waited for the graduation for so long, and now.
Yeah, and
that's over. That's quick.
Happened, and I don't know what else to do. I'm in that point in life.
What do you plan on doing? Like now that you graduated, you don't have homework no more. Because back then I would get home from work, and you'd usually be on like your laptop doing homework and shit like that. What do you plan on doing now?
I don't know. Like there's so much free time, and it's crazy how like after high school you have literally
scoot the mic up a little bit.
You literally have like infinite time to do whatever you want. Like people choose to take gap years. People choose to just, do something. Like start like a 9 to 5. But like regardless, you have so much time on your hands now, and like you're in the adult life now. Like 100%. There's either you risk everything, starting something, doing something, or you just stick with the traditional 9 to 5. Which is fucking scary.
It is. But so what is your plan?
I wouldn't know.
Right now, what do you have going on right now?
I'm working a 9 to 5.
But besides that, what else?
I don't know. I'd have to use my time researching.
So you go to work. You wake up, right? Go to work, come home, and then what? What do you do?
Scroll on TikTok.
Scroll on TikTok. You're wasting your day, bro.
Damn. That rat race.
And you were talking about motivation. You're just wasting your time.
No, yeah. I've also been looking up for just Memorial Day. I was waiting to get like everything
over with.
Yeah, it's also like a way of excuse, and it's also summer, and like it's my first summer where I'm not like, damn, okay, after summer I have to go back to school. Like that would always be my excuse. Like, oh, I'm gonna wait for the summer to be over, so enjoy it.
You had something to fall back on, like, so I'm gonna go back to school. Yeah. And then
I don't know. I'm stuck now. It's crazy how that's how it is after high school.
I feel like that tends to happen a lot with people. They don't know They don't really know what they're gonna do, what's gonna happen, and shit like that. They just, I don't know. They kind of like, they just, for maybe like a year, they just live their life the way, whatever they feel, whatever they feel comfortable doing, even if it might not be like the very best decision. Yeah, people don't, they stay in a weird spot. They freeze and they don't know what to do. But I wanna give people a little bit of motivation today because I feel like that's something I've been needing. I feel like
Yeah, like I'm so drained on my motivation.
I feel like, bro. I don't know. I just there's not much that's like that's getting me. I'm just like working and working, but I feel like you guys have to keep pushing, bro. Everybody has to keep pushing because I noticed there's a lot of people that I noticed on my Facebook. They have started creating their business pages.
Yeah, I've seen I don't know, like all of a sudden it's been in the last month too that I've seen everybody start a business.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people start their own stuff.
Yeah, and that's
crazy.
and that's a good thing, bro. I feel
hell yeah.
For me, luckily my business is picking up, bro. My business is picking up, and they said, I remember I used to think back then like, oh damn, I'm gonna start my business, and I'm gonna be able to I'm gonna have more time off. I'm gonna start my business and I'm gonna take more time off. And man, that's the complete opposite, bro. Like you start your business, be prepared to work.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Full days, bro. I thought I was like, man, yeah, I'm gonna start my business. I'm gonna get out early. Hell no, I started, and there's days I'm working like super late, bro. I'm like 9. I'm getting home like at 10, bro. Like I have to unload my shit, and it's a pain. But I think about it, like I'm doing that now, so I don't have to do that 5 years from now. 5 years from now, bro, I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be chilling. Somebody else is gonna work for me. But now you guys have to keep pushing. Have to keep trying and don't give up on your stuff, even if it's a little bit. Work on it. Work on your business. Work on your projects. Whatever you have going, little by little, eventually it will.
No, yeah, I feel like when you start something, you're not told like at a regular job what to do, how you're supposed to work and stuff. When you own your own stuff, you're supposed to be like on your A game at all times. Like you're not, oh damn, I'm gonna take Friday off. Like no, you gotta be willing to take that Friday on and that Saturday too. You gotta be able to like put in that extra work for yourself.
Yeah, and you have to figure shit out. Like if you work for a company, right? You're working for a company or whatever the deal is, right? Something goes wrong. What do? Regardless, you can call your boss or whatever. Hey, this went wrong, this and that, and your boss has to figure it out.
Yep.
You own your own company, your own business. You have a problem. Who you gonna call? Nobody, bro. You gotta figure that shit out. And a lot of people don't see that, but hopefully, if anybody listens to this, that will give them some insight to like just know not to give up. Like yeah, shit might go wrong in your business, your company, your projects. It might go wrong, but there's always a way around it. And regardless, it will go by. Time will go by, and you'll be good. You'll be fine. Like sometimes stuff that like I'm doing. Sometimes people ask me to do like a certain job, like on the spot. They'll be like, "Oh, hey, we need service, right? I'll service this and that." And they'll be like, "Oh, I need this done, right? I need some extra work." And well, I won't have like the tools that I need, and I have to figure out a way to like
do it on
the spot. Because if not, that's chances of me losing that.
Yeah,
you know, that extra little bit of money that I can make.
And then what I've seen that also happens is that you do the job for that person, and that person likes it so much they recommend it to somebody else.
Yeah. Like to me, I got a lawn, right? I got this lawn over somewhere around here, like a really affluent neighborhood, and I got that lawn, and then right away I got a call from like this other person. They're like, "Hey, I'm this person's neighbor, this and that. I would like for you to come out and check. Like you got recommended by this person, and they really really like your work, and I went by and I like it too, this and that, and that's just how it goes. If you have good work and you have good work, you do good work, it's gonna show itself, and you will get recommended.
Yeah,
that's how it works, bro. Like just try your best and make sure stuff looks good. Don't rush it. Just and try your best. And then aside from that, you just gotta keep pushing, keep grinding, and make it work. Yeah,
you gotta be able to like put in that work right away and like come up with something, especially when you don't got it.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about your talking?
My what?
Like you're talking, like the way you talk on your podcast. I feel like since I've been watching since the very start, if you guys go back and watch the very beginning, the way Brian speaks is getting better. Like there's times where like he's getting better at speaking.
Well, yeah. Yesterday, one of your friends had told me this, and he had asked if we research like right before, like if we look into the topics that we're gonna talk to, and I tell him no, we just freeball everything straight out of like whatever comes
off the dome.
And he looked at me like, what the fuck, like you guys are crazy, like how would you do that? And I was like, I don't know, it's something that happens, it's scary as hell, like, and he was like, yeah, I bet. He was like, he had told me how it was scary, and I think about it, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like people don't understand how, like, you don't know who's watching this. It can be literally anybody. So in the back of your head, you're always just thinking, like, oh, I can't sound stupid.
Yeah.
And what also helped me yesterday was a lot of people were telling me, oh, he talks better than I would. He talks better than
I heard that a couple times, yeah.
So, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like my speech is, like, it's just, honestly, being shy. Like, it's just you being camera shy, you're not wanting to look dumb.
I mean, I feel like it gets better because, at least for myself, I feel like I'm getting way better.
Mm-hmm.
From the first episode to now, I feel like I'm more comfortable now. I feel like I know what I'm doing, at least a little bit. And for those that were asking, if we do research our topics, we don't. We don't. Like, there's sometimes we don't even have a topic like, at all going into the pod. Like, Brian, right now.
There's been, like, 2 episodes where we've kind of, like, we know what to talk about.
A little bit, but, like, right now, I was like, Brian, let's record real quick. He's like, all right, and then like,
yeah,
this and that, and he's like, okay, so what are we gonna talk about? He's like, what are the topics? He asked me that like several times. I'm like, bro, we're just gonna chop it up. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna chop it up.
And I still asked.
And he's like, bro, what are the topics? I'm like, Brian, we're just gonna talk. It doesn't matter. And then again, what are the topics? I'm like, bro, we're just gonna record. And yeah, we don't really research. There's sometimes we do. There's stuff that we look at and like. And then we'll save it. I'll save the stuff. I'll be like, damn, this is something I want to talk about, and this and this and this and that. Mm-hmm. And then, but we forget, and we like I said, we've been so busy that we don't even have time to get ready beforehand. Mm-hmm. And like, okay, this is what we're gonna talk about, this or that. We just kind of like, we just set it up, boom, record. Like we didn't even do an intro, bro. We just started chopping it up. So whatever, we're just gonna go. Screw the intro. We're just gonna talk. And
no intros are better.
Yeah, I feel like no intro. It feels smoother. Like we just chopping it up. Nothing cuts into it. And when you do an intro, you're like intro, and then like, okay, how do you transition from the intro into like this topic or this topic or this topic?
Like the people who can do that are like talented in a way. In a way, they're really talented.
Practice. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. And I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, bro. Joe Rogan is the go. Like I listen to it and I was listening to an episode that he made with Brian Redband the other day, and I think that's the guy that he started the podcast with.
Oh shit, he had a co-host?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was a co-host or what, but I know that they always talk about that he was the one that he started the podcast with. Mm-hmm. And he said that they started like in a basement or somewhere like that, or in another office room or something like that. They were just talking shit, and then he's like, if you go back and listen to it. He's like, that shit was ass. Like, Joe Rogan says that. He's like, if you go back and listen to my first episodes, bro, that shit is so trash. Like, it sucked. Mm-hmm. But look where he's at now, bro. He's like...
the best podcast.
He's the number one podcast, bro. Yeah, fuck Logan Paul. I was talking about number one podcast. Fuck, no. It's Joe Rogan. Yeah. Joe Rogan is the fucking GOAT, no lie.
There's a lot of podcasts. Like, I'll see so many podcasts everywhere. There's a lot of podcasts.
No, yeah, and I feel like for us, that's how it is. That's how it's going. Slowly, like, we're getting better at it. I noticed Brian's been getting better at speaking, too, though. Like, he doesn't get caught up in his words, or he still does, but not as much. He doesn't get as lost and stuff like that. And I feel like it's just being more comfortable with...
the camera, with everything, with speaking. That's why I also wanted, like, a topic to speak on, because, like, that'll give me, like, okay, I know what I'm going to say.
All right, I'm going to give you a topic, which is about energy, like the body and the energy and dying, right? Because I was listening to a podcast of this lady. She's an embalmer, right?
Embalmer?
Yeah, an embalmer is like someone who, like, you know, the Egyptians, when somebody died, the mummies, they would get embalmed. They would do like all the process to where like you mummify,
they wrap them, and whatever.
All the crap. So those people, the embalmers now, they're the ones that like whenever you die, basically they make sure your body comes back to normal the way it used to look. So whenever you're going to go to the funeral, if there's an open casket, they'll make sure like that it looks like you. They'll make sure your body looks like they do
Like
the
a replica?
makeup. Yeah, they do the makeup. They dress you. They do all that crap. And that lady was talking about some crazy shit, bro. How basically supposedly they say that the last thing that your body like that dies from you is your ears. So basically they say even after you die, right, your heart stops beating or something like that, your brain is still processing like a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, like supposedly like
yeah. So a lot of people say that maybe that you're still thinking, not see, right, but
like your life flashes before your eyes type stuff.
And that the last thing that stops working is your ears. So even like I don't know how long after you're dead, but kind of like it's a good little while after you're dead, you can still hear shit. Yeah, they say that's actually true, bro. Like that you can still hear shit. That's kind of crazy. And she was talking about how like we have energy in our bodies, right? We're made of energy, and she said we absorb energy through our hands, and we release energy through our feet. And like when we die, our soul, there's pictures of people dying, and they say their soul comes out through like the chest, and then it's like a little white spirit thing. She says that it's actually through your feet. So if you notice, when people get in accidents, like motorcycle accidents or somebody gets ran over,
I was thinking of a motorcycle
that their shoes fall off, right? And I don't know if you've ever heard that like usually when somebody's shoe falls off, they're like, oh yeah, he's dead. Because usually when their shoes fall off, it means they usually always die. And she said that's true. She said that like in 95%.
Damn, I'm about to tie my shoes that hella hard.
She said 95% of the accidents that happen when like a shoe or the shoes fall off, that person, they die.
They die.
Yeah, they're dead.
That's crazy.
95% of all accidents where the person's shoe falls off, they die.
Damn.
And she said that's theoretically maybe, I don't know, it's like a theory, right? That happens because your soul or your energy is coming out through your feet.
Damn.
And your shoe flies off. Like you get hit, you die.
Your shoe just flies off.
And your shoe flies off. That's your energy and your soul leaving your body.
So what happens if you have gloves?
Bro,
because you said it releases through your feet and your hands.
Through your hands, energy goes through your hands.
Oh.
You absorb energy through your hands and release energy through your feet.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And she just talked about a whole bunch of things. I mean, which she also told this story where like they brought in like a 7 or an 8-year-old like boy that was dead, right? And she said that the parents they were Satanists, those people that
worship the devil
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that they told her that they didn't want the baby dressed, because usually they dress the baby and like, or not the baby, the kids or the person. They dress the person, and they dress the person and do all that stuff so the baby looks good, the kid looks good, or the person looks good.
So the final goodbyes or whatever.
Yeah, and that the parents told her that they didn't want the baby dressed with anything, just this gown, this all black gown. It was like, she said it was like a really weird thing. Like it was like, that they were like, that the mom didn't seem like she was like sad about it, or the dad, that they just seemed like normal. And she said that it's something that she didn't want to think about, but that since they were like Satanists or stuff like that, that it ran through her mind that maybe what if it was like sacrifice? Yeah. And she said that's something that she didn't want to think about.
Damn.
And she says she doesn't really believe in like paranormal stuff. She doesn't believe in that, but she said that she started, after that happened, like she started having like stuff happen to her at her house. And she said whenever she does that kind of stuff, she talks to the body, right? She says whether or not the body can hear me, right? This is the way she explains it. She says whether or not the body can hear me, I speak to it.
Damn.
I speak to the body and I tell it like, let me take care of your body today. I'm gonna make you look good. I'm gonna make you look the way you used to look in life, and I'm gonna make, I'm gonna make your final event on earth, because they, like basically they say that your funeral was your final event here on earth, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make it like a good experience for you, right? And she says that she talks to all the patients that she has, the dead patients, right?
Yeah.
She talks to all of them the same way. She tells them like, let me take care of you. I'm here to help you, and like this and that. Whether they can hear her or not, right? She does that. and she said that she was really taking care of like the boy, this and like stuff like that. And after that, she said at her house she started experiencing stuff. Like she said, like that her daughter started telling her that she could see like
A little boy
and stuff like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
What the?
And she's like, my daughter, like she was a 4-year-old. There's no reason why, like, you know, for her to be saying that stuff. Like, and I never talked to her about scary stuff or like we don't watch scary movies and stuff like that. And she said that she would just start getting those experiences. Right? There's times that she would hear stuff. There's times that she would hear stuff like around the house and stuff like that. And I think she said she had a maid or something, and that that the maid came up to her one day and told her like, hey, like, I'm scared, right? She told her why. She said, because I thought I saw somebody, like a little boy in here, or like not a boy, like a kid, like something like that. And she's like, well, I don't know, like there's nothing to be scared of. There's nobody else here, right? And that the maid was like, all right, whatever. And so she said she also has this friend, right? This guy friend, and that he always would call her on FaceTime, and that he called her one day, and that he told her like, hey, why is, because she said it was like 4 a.m. because she was like doing studies and stuff and like doing homework, and it was like 4 a.m. And that when he FaceTimed her, like, you know, they were chopping it up, and she was like, hey, he told her, hey, why is your daughter still awake? It was kind of late for her, isn't it? And she was like, well, my daughter's been asleep since like 10 or 9 o'clock. And he was like, well, I could have sworn I just seen somebody there with you, like a kid. And she said, since that happened, bro, she was so scared, bro. She was like scared, and that she told him like, yo, like, come over here. And he drove up like to her house, and that he didn't want to go inside, bro. He told her to come down.
Come outside.
And she said, not long after that, there was a night where basically the spirit of the boy appeared to her. She said she was in bed, and at the end of the bed, she saw like a little boy. He was like, he looked like to be 7 or 8 years old. Yeah. But she didn't see its face. She just saw the back of the boy. She saw like a little boy towards the end of the bed that was staring at the wall. And she said that like she was just staring at it, but the boy didn't turn around. He was just staring at the wall, and that she could see his head, the boy's head, or the spirit, whatever. She was looking at it was the head, the back, and that she was so scared. And she told it. She was like, whatever it is you want, like, if you need me to help you, I can help you. If you need me to like guide you, I can. She's like, but I need you to leave me alone because I'm with my daughter. My daughter has nothing to do with any of this, and she's scared, and all this other stuff. And basically after that,
nothing.
Yeah, she never saw that again. Damn. And that supposedly a lot of people told her that it was just the boy trying to be thankful to her.
Oh, for taking care
because
of it?
Yeah, because her parents were like Satanists, and maybe they didn't treat him right or stuff like that. And that she, like, whenever she was doing all the like embalming and stuff, that she was being nice to the boy's body like that. That was the only person that was nice to him, and that he was just trying to give thanks to her, bro.
Damn, what the fuck?
I was like, sheesh. And she says it. She's like, I don't care. Like, she's like, I don't give a single care in the world. Like, I'm not trying to make money off of this. Yeah. She's like, there's no reason for me to lie. Like, I'm telling like one of my stories, and she's like, this really happened to me, right? And it seemed like she was being like dead ass, bro. Yeah. And then I sit there, and I'm like, holy shit, like, that's kind of crazy. That's scary. That stuff is scary, bro. Like, luckily for me, nothing's ever happened.
Yeah, like nothing ever paranormal has ever like. There's so many stories of paranormal like stuff happening to our family though.
Yeah, no, my parents always, even my mom was always like, because there was a time where she had gotten breast cancer, and she wouldn't work. She was always here at the house, and she said she would always hear shit, bro. She would always hear shit, like random noises.
Really?
Yeah, she would always say that. And then, but shout out Hurley. She would always say that Hurley was like always right there with like just chilling with her. So basically protecting her. And I've heard shit like that too. Like there's always times where like I'll hear something, I'll hear a noise, or like I'm not even lying. I put that on my kids, on everything. There's times I feel like I see something. Like I feel like I'll see something, and I look. I'm like, whatever. And I say to myself, oh, it's just like, because you know how sometimes the AC turns on and the doors
It's like that. I've heard also like you can convince yourself to like see something, like, oh, I think I just saw something. Oh shit. You can convince yourself to think like, oh, I think I just saw something. So you instantly already get spooked. You're just like, oh shit.
See, well,
But it can be like your cause if you think about it, like if you were to like just look straight, the eye can like view almost to the like I can still see
Like a
my hands.
180
Yeah,
180
like a
degrees.
180 degree, like you can see a lot. So like the little bit of blackness
peripheral
will
vision.
yeah will like scare you. That's enough to like make you think something.
Yeah, and there's times where I'm like just staring, bro, and I'm like, I'll feel like I see something like I'll be looking like this way, and then I'll see something like black, and I'll look, and I'll be like, I'm just tripping, because I believe in that shit, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not like those people that are like, oh yeah, it's right here. There's something here. Like, no. Like to me, the times that I have heard of shit or whatever, I'll just be like, oh, like it's just like whatever. Like it's the AC or is. I always find an excuse as to what it is. Which, to be honest, even now I feel like it probably was just shit like that. Like
Yeah, I've never had like anything like that.
Yeah, and I mean it's. I feel like it's real though. Like
yeah, it could be. I've heard a lot of stories from like a lot of people that are like.
my dad.
Oh yeah, that too. My dad has told like a lot of stories about witches and stuff as well.
I have one in the specific. I don't know if you. What has he told you?
He's told me how they would see like a flying. Supposedly like there's a myth in Mexico where if you see a flying ball or like a ball of fire, if you were to see something bright red, it's a witch, and he would tell me stories of him seeing that.
Because a lot of Hispanics in Hispanic culture, whatever, they believe that like if there's like a ball of fire or even owls, those are witches, right? And sometimes you'll see an owl or something, and you'll see like a Mexican saying like cuss words to it because it's a witch.
Oh yeah, like turn your shirt around.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of myths, but my dad says that in Mexico.
And my dad's from Veracruz, so it's like a bunch of jungles. That's what they say.
Veracruz is like a very like it's very green. It's like
it's a big.
I mean, not a jungle, but like it's like forest, like a lot of trees, like a lot of vegetation and stuff like that, like a lot of woods and stuff like that. And he's from It's
there. Like a tropical place.
And he always says that like whenever he was a kid, like they would go out to hunt. And just like walk in the mountains and like they would be gone for hours and hours and
yeah, like leave the house sunrise and be back sunset.
And he says like down there like there's a lot of places where the trees are super super tall, like tall, and so like the sun blocks out like around 5-6 you can't see, like it's getting super dark, and so you can't see shit. And he says there's been times where he saw like a bright balls of like fire, like it's just like flying across it looks like think about a bowling ball, just growing across the sky and like on fire.
If you saw that, what the fuck you thinking? Like obviously that's a witch
or UFO. Anyway, but supposedly this is just a myth from that he says is that one time there was this guy in his own, like, what do you call it, like his little town. I was about to say
village.
His village. From his little town, and he said that guy said he was telling everybody that he's seen a ball of fire, right? He's seen it several times, and that one day he saw it. I don't know if he was hunting or what, but he said that guy ended up swinging at it with the machete, and that he hit it.
I never heard this one.
Yeah, my dad. I think my dad's the one that told us. He said he hit the ball, like that one guy from his town. He hit the ball of fire, and when he looked for it, he didn't find anything. Like he just didn't find anything at all. And I think it was like a week later. In his town, there was this lady that supposedly people already had suspicions that she was kind of like I'm not gonna say a witch, but there was something going on, and that lady, she had like, I think she had like a bandage on her arm or like on her torso, to where she had gotten like really really badly hurt.
Oh shit!
And she said she had gotten hurt in town, but nobody knew. Like it's a small town.
Yeah.
Somebody would have heard something about it.
Yeah.
And nobody ever found out how, and that they're thinking like she was the witch that got hit. That's just what they say, like a myth, and that's what he tells us. It's kind of
it's always like it. They've always told us so many like stories about Mexico and how they're being like so dead ass about it.
Yeah, and I believe it, bro. I feel like to me that shit's real. But I mean, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people have different experiences. Like, luckily for me, I've never had had an experience like that, or never do I want to. Because I mean, bro, when I was young.
Okay, I've thought of that many times. Like, having an experience like that, of like getting spooked or something, or like something paranormal or abnormally like coming in touch with you. In a way, it's probably scary.
Hell yeah.
But okay, yeah, I've thought of this so many times. It would be like, at the same time, the most scariest shit that could possibly ever happen, and the best thing to ever happen. Because it would 100% confirm that there is something after this life. That there is a soul, or there is a purpose to like the human body. Because if there is something as ghost, there has to be something as like a soul. Something that still stays here or carries forward or something, right? So I feel as if, like, for me, it would be the best thing to confirm the end. Like, it would, for me, I feel like it would be something great.
Well, yeah, I agree. I feel like, but say something does happen to you, right? say you saying, oh yeah, it's the best possible, right?
Well, yeah, obviously I'll probably be scared. But
nobody's
like,
gonna believe you though. Because you're gonna want to tell people, bro. You're gonna want to be, oh shit, I saw this happened to me.
Oh yeah, nobody.
Who's gonna believe you? Nobody's gonna believe you. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's just scary to me, bro. I don't even want to. Whenever I was young though, me and my cousin, shout out Marcelino. Me and Marcelino would always be on YouTube. And we were young, bro. It's like when YouTube had just come out. Like it was not even
the
that.
golden age of YouTube.
We would look up scary videos, call on it was scary things caught on video and shit. Or you just sit there and watch scary videos, bro. That's all we
I would love doing that. Like, you would go to your Mexican cousin's house, and like all the little kids in the room bunched up, put scary videos.
Scary videos. Yeah. And we'd be looking at pictures. It's like ghost picture, and we'd be like, "Oh shit, bro! Look, there's a ghost right there." And we also used to look up duendes.
Duendes.
Yeah, which is in English, for those who don't know, duendes are like what are they, like leprechauns?
No, it's those little pointy dudes with the hats.
Like elves.
No, it's not elves. It's like what are they called? Like the little stone things you would have.
Which one?
I don't know what the name is. I can't think of it.
Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. But we used to.
Yeah, and there's also a story about that. Our cousin Anna, she had told us one time that on the way home, she lived by like a creek, right? There was like a creek. By where they used to live. That they had also seen like duendes like running by.
Yeah, late at night. I remember that. And that they do say that they're called goblins. Yeah, they're considered goblins, but they're more like supposedly what people say, what Hispanics say is that like they're like little like elves, kind of but they're supposedly super strong, right? Like that's
a little strong elf.
They're like super strong and like they're small and they're mischievous. They like to cause like
mayhem.
They like to like fuck shit up basically.
Yeah, they're real goblins.
Yeah, they like to just fuck shit up, bro. And basically like they'll supposedly, and they're super small, right? They're like super small beings supposedly, and they just like to shit do stuff to you, right? It's like, say they'll hide your wallet, like stuff like that, and like there's a story of this guy. Supposedly this guy was like, he was drinking with his friends, this and that. And he went to go pee, right? He went to go pee in the woods, and he was peeing, and then like some goblins hit his wallet, or like they took something from him, his keys, or I don't know what it was, right? It was something. They took something from him, and he was like trying to get it back, and they were like, basically they were like trying to play a game with him, like for him to find it. And he said he spent like an hour or 2 hours just looking, and like, you know, and eventually he found it, right? And when he went back out, he said his friends were gone, so he ended up going back home. And when he got there, he said that like his wife was surprised, like she was like, "What the hell?" And she told him that he had been missing for like 10 years.
No fucking way! What the fuck?
Yeah, it's something like that. That they said that he had been missing for like years and years.
Damn.
And then he was like, "Bro, like I've been gone for like just a couple hours," and they were like, "Bro, you've been gone for like years," and like they say, supposedly they say shit like that.
That's
that's kind of crazy because there's a lot of people that like those goblins, those duendes, that's like too far fetched. That's like something that's
Yeah,
all
it's
that's
like-
bullcrap.
That's like, yeah.
But then there's other people that are like, bro, like that shit is real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and of course, you never know until
So you see something.
you see it or
Yeah.
it happens to you, and
Yeah,
then
like
you see it
you tell people and nobody
and
believes
they
you.
don't believe you. So like, I feel like that's just
It's the same thing with like UFOs. If you ever saw like a UFO,
yeah, bro. Yeah, UFOs. That's a whole different. That's I believe in UFOs too. That's crazy though. Yeah, I believe in UFOs.
yeah. Regardless, there's so much shit in this world. So many things that you would never ever know of.
I feel like from now on we have to put at least one scary story into our podcast. I feel like
That
like,
was so random too. This,
paranormal. Yeah, it's like listening to that girl, that lady,
Yeah.
the embalmer. She was telling us some crazy shit. Like that's kind of crazy. She even said about sometimes like when she had just started doing that, she would get scared because like when you're dead, your body delivers like it releases gas, right? You blow it up and it releases gas.
So they just farting on her tables and shit.
Well, that or sometimes through the mouth, and since the gas is passing through the mouth through the throat, it makes like a noise, like you're like a little noise, right?
Yeah, like a burping.
Yeah, and she said she would get fucking scared, bro. Like
Yeah.
the first time she heard that, she thought like the guy was like trying to talk. He was like a dead guy trying to talk. She said she heard that shit and she was like, "What the fuck, bro?" But it was just, it's just that's normal stuff that happens. Like your body releases gas and stuff like that. That's crazy. It's a good podcast, but unfortunately for those who only speak English, it's in Spanish. This is a guy named
Oh
Guzman.
damn, bro.
Yeah, he has a whole bunch of interesting people on there. Yeah, but I feel like from now on we're gonna have to start incorporating some paranormal. What if we just make this paranormal
A podcast.
paranormal podcast, paranormal activities featuring unbreakable bonds? No, but we're gonna go ahead and this, guys. We're gonna leave you guys on a cliffhanger,
Dang.
wanting more scary stories.
Haunted shit.
I feel like I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go look up. I have another story. I have another story.
Yeah, I
Hold
have
on.
another story in mind too.
Okay.
It's probably too long.
Don't say it, but throw it out there so people can kind of like, what is it about? What is it about?
It's about this one lady that my mom used to know, and like it's a really like,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
like
like
a crazy story.
and it's like a lady you wouldn't like. Why would she lie about this? Like there's, and it literally caused her to move out of her house as
she
well.
moved,
And, like
basically, she moved to Mexico because like it was
too much shit.
yeah, that's
which
crazy.
is like
and she
that's-
swears by it. Like she says that shit really happened. Even
Yeah.
her kids.
her
So
little kids and like
stay
weird.
tuned for that because we're gonna tell it next. And I also have a story. It's not paranormal, but it's about this lady who basically she built her daughter's tomb in her basement
What the hell?
to stay next to her like for her whole life or some shit like that. Yeah, bro. It's a cool story I heard. So next episode we'll talk about that.
Yep.
Yeah, but all right, guys.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to this short video. I don't even know how long we've been recording. It's probably been like 40 minutes, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
And we said it was gonna be like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Unbreakable Bonds.
Yeah.
I am your host Eric, and we
will be back soon again.
will be back soon. Yeah, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm trying not to like.
It's because we're busy.
Yeah.
We really.
But hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully you guys like. Leave us some comments.
Yeah.
Get to talk to us some on YouTube. I'm gonna see if we can post this one on Spotify. Start posting all of them on Spotify as well. 'Cause I know it's easier for people to just go on Spotify and listen.
Yeah. So
Um,
you it would have just pop it on your headphones.
Yeah. But alrighty, guys, we appreciate you guys so much.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Lock in.
That's just how I feel.